Hi Susie, I'm here.
You can hear me, fabulous. Can anybody see me? Or am I...
Yes, we can all see you.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Excellent.
So, everybody, welcome to the Zoom. Thank you so much, Susie, for giving up your time. Myself and all the other QNMDs at NMD School have gratefully asked Susie to do a Zoom call for us, not only to sort of help us all train our teams, our newbies, but also show some new people. So, Susie, would you like to give us a brief background of where you came from and how you got started?
I would, guys. First of all, I'm trying to, you're not going to believe, literally the snow. Has everybody had the snow affected by it? Yes? Thumbs up? Oh, disaster. I literally thought it was a pavement and then I dropped down a hole. So I've got a swollen foot the size of whatever. All good fun here. So I've had to drive down south and put my foot up. But we soldier on. That's what it's all about. So anyway, I'm going to get this position. Welcome, welcome. I just want to check, has everybody got notepad, pen? Everybody got everything to take notes? Everybody there? Nice to see everybody. And first of all, I want to acknowledge all your cues. We had an amazing QNMD school, which we now call NMD school, a few weeks ago. And they all collared me into doing a Zoom call, especially on a Sunday night. I'm so busy, I never have time to do any Zoom calls, let alone share any golden nuggets. But they said, you've got to talk to all our new people joining. We really want to have your top tips, golden nuggets. So is everybody ready for some absolute magic on a Sunday night? Yes? Fab. Dan, can you just mute yourself? I've muted everybody. Might be easier. That's great. Fantastic. Otherwise, I'll have to go back to doing that. So, yes, as Dan said, I'm Susie Mitchell. I'm the Regional Manager for the UK and Ireland. A lot of you may not have met me yet, but hopefully, has everybody got their tickets for Birmingham? Thumbs up. Everybody got their tickets. Come and say hello. Come and give me a hug, and I'll give you one back. And basically, we've got a great conference in a month's time. And so excited to have all of you new people join us, because that's where the magic happens. That's where we really get to hear the longevity of the business, the excitement of what's coming up, new products, new countries opening. Very, very, very exciting. We're really blown away. And all you, the guys that you sort of are your leaders on the call tonight, because we've got a very elite call just for your QNMDs and you guys who are fairly new into the business. Some of you may not even be in the business, because I spoke to some of the QNMDs, which is a position one from the top of National Marketing Director. And I said, if there's anybody on the call who's not in the business, please come on and you'll hear what's possible in this business. It really is great. Just to give you my background, 7 years I was in the field myself. So I ran my own marketing and business consultancy for 17 years, and I ran Juice Plus very part-time alongside it, because I was very, very busy. But the thing with me, why I looked at Juice Plus as the business, is because I had no time. I had 1 week's holiday a year. Now, who likes holidays? Everybody puts their hands up. Everybody loves holidays. Yes, we all do. But I, for 5 years, had only 1 week's holiday every year. And so something had to give. I was so busy. I had lots of clients. Loved what I did. Really, weed magic. I'm a psychologist by profession, and I love helping people with a mindset, living their best life. Came across Juice Plus, and I needed some time. So I ran it as a business, very part-time, like I said. And within the first year, I managed to take 6 weeks off in one stint for holidays. So that obviously helped. You know, the money equaled what I was earning on my consultancy. And I still did it part-time all the way through for 7 years. Got to the top position of Presidential Marketing Director and built a team, probably about 1,200 people in 16 countries out of the 25 that we operate. That's how many people I built it in a very short period of time. And I'm just a small cogwheel when I was in the field. Lots of your people above you who've been in business 4 or 5 years have built thousands of people in their organization. I just built a very small team, really, pro rata. But you can take this business anywhere. All you need is your phone or your laptop. You can live abroad. You can travel with this. You know, obviously, if you're a family and you're a mummy or a daddy, you've got to be based somewhere with kids. But it doesn't matter. If you're single, you can travel, and we have a lot of fun. So that's basically my story. I love the products. I juiced for, how long did I juice for? Probably about 8 years. Cutting up fruits and vegetables. Everybody know what juicing is? Chopping up fruits and vegetables, juicing every morning. And literally 2 weeks before I found the product of Juice Plus, I said there must be an easier way to get my fruits and veg. Luckily, I saw the product, grabbed the opportunity, and here we are today. About 2 years ago, they asked me to come onto the corporate side to work with our VP of Sales, Simon Bowler, who you will meet at Birmingham as well. And now I run the regional manager of the UK and Ireland, and I'm just very privileged, very honoured to be on this call. So who wants to hear some of the secrets of success? Anybody shouting out there? Yes. Okay, grab your pen, and this is what you need to do. So I've got some tips here that we all discussed. You basically need to decide and make that decision. Lynn's on the call. Excellent. Hello to everybody. Jackie, Lynn, everybody from NMD School. But you've got to decide to become an independent franchisee. Okay? We are independent. That's what it's called, an independent franchise partner, which means you have to take self-responsibility for running this as your business. All right? It's not a hobby. We don't just dip our big toe in. Now, you can do it very part-time, running it alongside your kids, your part-time job, your full-time job. We have a lot of people who work full-time in this business, and you can run it alongside any of that. Okay? So you decide how many hours you want to work a week. But you are independent. What does that mean? When you first start in this business, you need guidance. That's what the people who have invited you onto this call, your upline, your qualified national marketing director, they will support you, obviously. They'll be there to teach you. They will support you. But the metaphor I use is, can you imagine if you've got a mama bird sitting in a nest and she's got little baby birds? She loves on them, she keeps them warm, she feeds them and everything. But at some stage, does everybody agree, what does she have to do with the baby birds? What does she have to do? Everybody knows what she needs to do is just nudge them out of the nest so they learn to fly. And that's basically what our business is about. Grasp knowledge, jump into groups, ask questions, really get committed to learn this business as fast as you possibly can. Because your first job is get yourself to something called Senior Direct Distributor. That's the first main position of our marketing plan, and you want to get as much information as you can. But there's actually only 3 things we do with this business. So this is definitely worth writing down, only 3 things. So you haven't got a lot to learn. Sometimes when you first start, they might send you a little welcome pack or something like that, and sometimes that can be a bit overwhelming. So all we want to do is drill it right down to the basic 3 things, which is, if you're writing these down, ready to take these 3 golden nugget questions, I call them. One is, where am I going to find my customers from? That should be the first question you ask every day when you choose to work the particular hours of Juice Plus. Obviously, when you've come into this business, the person who invited you in will probably ask you, how many hours do you think you can work with Juice Plus alongside your part-time job, your full-time job, running the kids, whatever it is. You've got to commit some hours to Juice Plus, we know that. So you've got to decide, where am I going to find my customers from? A lot of us know we work with people, we can go to the gym, we can join classes, we can join running clubs, we've got social media nowadays, Insta, Facebook, Twitter. You know, they'll teach you how to connect with people. The world is our oyster, so we've got to think about, where can we find customers from? And can I let you into a little secret? Everybody needs fruit and veg. Okay? So there's customers everywhere. There's millions of people on the planet. I've actually talked to somebody about Juice Plus on a train, on a plane, in a taxi, and all of them have bought the product from me. Because if you're passionate about helping people with health, people want to look good, feel good, keep healthy, and live a long life. Am I the only one who wants to do that? I suppose everybody on the call do. And if you've got kids, you really want to help the kids eat lots of fruits and veg. And definitely get back to the person who invited you onto this call and ask about the Children's Healthcare Study. Yes, Lynn says all of us, absolutely. So you want to think, where can I get my customers from? That's one of the first questions you need to ask yourself every single day. The second question you need to ask yourself is, where am I going to find my teamies? Because one of the things you need to start thinking of right from the get-go, is to build a team. This is one of the big golden nuggets of the business. We absolutely lead from the front. We find customers every single month. You never stop getting customers. You never do. And all the way for 7-8 years, I literally had at least 3, 4, 5 customers every single week, and that grows every month. And then you keep going on and on and on. Everywhere when you're out and about, I used to sit with the Chewies in Starbucks when I was sharing it with people, and people say, "What was that?" And you literally can share the products. The shakes I still take every morning myself. So products should be out there, and you should be looking for people who probably need a bit of extra money. We always say somewhere in the region between 200 and 500 pounds. If you're watching from Ireland, it could be 200-300 euros. I mean, who on this call would like to earn literally 300-400 pounds every single month extra? Yes, pay for kids' schools, pay for Christmas presents, pay for their extra holiday. We all want to earn that 200-300 pounds. Well, that comes after a couple of months. You've got to do some work. You've got to build your customers up. You've got to start finding teamies, people who want to join you and your team. And the person who invited you onto this call, your sponsor, your upline, they will teach you how to teach your teamies. Because the first thing you've got to do is get to the first position of what we call senior direct distributor. And that's a total of 3,250 points, which is a cumulative from all the different orders. And once you've got there, that's the magic first position. We're going to help you teach somebody else to do that. And that means you've got your first main distributor who's got to the same position as you. And then it snowballs. You want to get 1,000 people eventually in your business, who come through the ranks. But let's start off with you, getting you to that first position. And that's through finding customers and finding teamies. And the third special thing I'm going to teach you, which if you haven't heard already, is you need to start doing some events. Now you might all go, "Oh my God, I can't speak to people. I'm not good at public speaking." You don't need to do any of that. You literally can do some online events, Facebook events, which are great. You can do some of those. You can actually tag team with your upline. You can sit in a cafe. You can share the product. Make a shake party in the evenings. Mummies morning, have them round for coffee and cake. We have a little bit of naughtiness now and again. But basically, those are the 3 things you want to do. You want to find customers, find teamies, and do a little mini events wherever they are. So definitely hook up with your upline to do that. Okay? Can somebody make sure they've got themselves muted? I've still got somebody with a bit of backlog here, which is great. So basically, that's your first position for those on the call. So who is interested in becoming that right leader? Who wants to become the best leader that they can be in life, let alone Juice Plus? Anybody? Loads of arms are going up there. I love it. I love it, guys. This business is about having fun, and this business is definitely about leading from the front. So you need to go first. You need to pave the way and say, who's heard this expression, by the way? If it's to be, it's up to me. Some of you heard that expression? Absolutely. So you go first, you lead the way, and you really show people what's possible. That's what we want to do. We want to be the leaders. So I'm going to give you a few other tips. The biggest tip in our business, and my upline, hi Lucy, she's on the call, my upline absolutely said to me, you need to do consistency. You'll hear this C word, consistency. We call it a DMO, a daily method of operation. What are you saying there, Lucy? I can't see the chat. And I cannot see the chat. Chat.
Just asking everybody to go on mute, Susie, because there's a hell of a lot of background noise. I know you said it, but I think there's a lot of people that still.
I'm going to mute all. I'm muting all now. Okay, so we should be okay with a bit of luck. That is muted. I heard some back chat as well. One thing you've got to do, ladies and gents, once you get these Zoom calls going, you've got to learn to mute out of respect to the people speaking, but also then people can really hear, because it's not easy. So, where was I? Yes, so consistency. You want to be talking and finding customers daily, talking about teamies, and really building your business as early as you can. It's so much fun meeting people. It's so much fun sharing and getting to know them. Now, you're not going to go up to somebody and say, I must talk to you about Juice Plus. I must tell you everything about fruits and vegetables. It's all about healthy living and da-da-da-da. We give the kids for free and everything. What do you think people are going to do? They're going to go like that. That is not the way to share great health with people. Yep, we all did a little bit of that in the early days, but we've learned from that, because the biggest thing now that you need to do to build this consistency up is to build relationships. Okay, even on social media, you can connect with people. You can like some of their posts. If you're into running, you can go to find running clubs on social media. And you can start liking and comments and build those relationships on social media. And then over time, you might want to send them a link, or you might want to have a chat, get their phone number and talk to them. Too much is done not without speaking to people these days. We definitely want to build some good relationships by talking to people, even if we don't know them when we meet them over social media. So that is the key. If you know people in your local community, mum groups, running groups, like I said, get to meet them face to face. There is nothing better than heart to heart, sharing, who you are and getting to know them. That's the key, building relationships. All right, so you want to absolutely get out there, get yourself more confident by talking to people, but build the relationship first and then share our amazing products and our amazing business opportunities should they want to. Sometimes they just want to become a customer for a while, and that's absolutely fine. And maybe 6 months later, they might want to join your team. Don't ever not offer them the opportunity of the business. My lady, who I knew for 30 years, a friend of mine, she didn't offer the Juice Plus opportunity for 1 year to me. Now, can you imagine? I could have started a year earlier, but also the reason she didn't offer it to me, she thought I was too successful. Because I had my own business, she said, Susie doesn't need the money, but actually I needed the money to have the time off to do the travel I was telling you about, because I could only take a week's holiday. So at the end of the day, please offer it to people who are successful, people who are busy. They may just see the opportunity. Okay, they may not. People are going to tell you no, don't worry about it. It's just no to the business for now. It's not no forever. I literally, 5 years into my business, I got a call in my office one day, and it was a customer who became a customer, and a lady I'd met at a networking event 5 years earlier. She said to me, I'd like to buy Juice Plus from you. I couldn't believe it. I said, how long ago did I talk to you about it? She said, I met you at a networking event 5 years ago. So you just never know. You just plant the seeds, and then obviously people will come back to you if and when they're ready. All right, we never get upset if people say no. They just say no for now. And all we're doing is sharing wonderful fruit and vegetables, which will get people more energy, they'll sleep better, and definitely have a healthier life. That's what it's all about. So keep thinking about the consistency that you want to share Juice Plus. And a little tip we learned at NMD school was find 5 crystals or 5 pebbles. All right, and it's the metaphor of putting them in your one pocket on your left-hand side at the beginning of the day, and share Juice Plus, the opportunity, the products, 5 times minimum a day. If you're out and about, picking the kids up from school, if you're at the gym, and then by the end of the day, you want to move those 5 pebbles from your left-hand pocket to your right-hand pocket, guys. So it could be crystals, it could be 5 stones, but it's actually a metaphor for talking to people. Does that sound good as a little tip? Talking to people, thinking about the numbers of how many people to talk to every single day? Yep, that'd be brilliant. What have you put there, Lucy? You put a good comment. I can't see without my glasses, guys, because of the light and everything in here. So a couple of things I want to finish on, and then Dan or anybody, any of the Qs, if you want to ask me any questions, we can do it. The one thing I want you to get from this call is take that self-responsibility to really become the leaders, learn that independence, to really step up and become the best distributor you can be. I always wanted to employ myself as a high level. I had a great upline who taught me loads of things. I didn't want to treat this like a hobby. I wanted to really give it, even though it's part-time, everything I've got. And I did an absolute, phenomenal DMO. I could only do an hour a day with Juice Plus. I used to get up a bit earlier, about 5:30 a.m., and share things with people first thing or late at night for an hour because I was busy during the day. I was so focused, I was so committed, and you can do it very part-time, but you've got to do it every single day. You've got to use the pebble scenario. And I really, really love what I do. I love helping people. I'm an ex-nurse from years ago. And if you have that commitment, if you have that focus, and really take that self-responsibility for this as a business, work with the person who's invited you onto this call, you will absolutely go straight to earning what you want, £300, £500 and more as you build your team and as you build your business. And hopefully you will love travel. We have great conferences, but we also have a big one in Barcelona later on in the year, so maybe you'll come to that. That's very exciting for a long weekend as well in November. So we have a lot of opportunity, we have a lot of travel, we have a lot of fun, and we definitely have like good parties at these conferences. So really think about what's the opportunity you've got here. Please take it seriously, because even though we have a lot of fun, it's really, really good to think about that independence, that I really want to learn this quick, and then I'm going to be that little bird that flies out the nest and goes and teaches more birds how to fly. That's what it's about. It's about getting on with people. It's about having fun and really having that energy to really attract your tribe. Some of you may have heard that vibe already, because we want to attract teamies to our business. But you don't want to be like this. You don't want to be a miserable person and be very negative and everything like that. Does everybody agree? We want some energy. We want some positivity. And we really want to feel good about ourselves. And people will want to join your team. So I'm going to open it up to any chats on here, if anybody. Is it possible? What? I've got a couple of chats going on here. Can't find the chats. I've got the participants. Chat, let's have a look. Loads of people on the call. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Unfortunately, I can't do one on Zoom tour. Susie, please tell your story of your dad's health. So many of you know that. Thank you for my nails, everything like that. I'll share with you my dad's story. I absolutely will. I hope those tips have been really, really good so far. And I'm just going to share my dad's story. One of the reasons I looked at Juice Plus very seriously, guys, was you've got to really think about this now, what I'm going to share with you now. I'll end on this. It's really, my dad was, I told you I'm an ex-nurse. My dad had been living with cancer for 11 years, and I knew he didn't have long to live because I checked with his oncologist. And we make no medical claims or anything like that with Juice Plus. But when I found Juice Plus, I was working over in America. I'm privileged of being one of Tony Robbins' trainers, and I was working with my friend Lauren, and she shared me the chewies. She let me taste the chewies, and I went, "What are these?" And she said, "They're fruit and veg." And that's when I told you the story earlier about juicing. I went, uh-oh, the universe is trying to tell me something. And the first person I thought, I wonder if this could help my dad. So I came straight back from Vegas. I bought the shakes, I bought the capsules, I bought the chewies, the whole lot. And I definitely suggest you all get on all the products. You know, if you can afford them, you need to be a product of the product, because people, you're going to say, which ones do you take? I take the whole lot. I did from the beginning. Everybody does. Then you can love them, share them, care about them. So I bought the whole lot for myself, but I also gave it to my dad. Dad had cancer in the throat, cancer in the stomach, and he couldn't swallow. So he had the shakes, and I opened the capsules into the shakes, and I cut the chewies up even smaller than what they were now. I poured Juice Plus down his neck. He had no eyesight was going. He suffered from macular degeneration. He'd lost 3 stone in weight, and I knew he didn't have long to live because he was on borrowed time. This was in the January. 4 months later, we went to hospital, and they took his bloods. And the oncologist said to him, "Mr. Mitchell, what have you been taking?" And Dad said, "Oh, my daughter's been giving me this juicy stuff." And the oncologist said, "Please keep taking the juicy stuff, Mr. Mitchell. Your bloods are so much better." Well, that was it. I got even more Juice Plus for him. And I'm very, very delighted to say at the time, this was obviously 6 years ago now, Dad lived another 2.5 years in good health, got his energy back, obviously didn't get rid of the cancer. There's no medical cure. We don't make any medical claims or health claims or income claims for that matter. But Dad had a better quality of life for 2.5 years and then died peacefully in his sleep at the ripe old age of 82. So I'm forever grateful to Juice Plus for having that time with my mum, and I know he's weaving his magic in heaven. So just think from your heart and think about how many people could you help out there? How many people desperately need new energy, better sleeping patterns? They need to get, feeling good. They might have eczema, psoriasis, asthma, Crohn's disease. They might have a health condition that gets them out of sync. They need good fruits and veggies because it's full of antioxidants, full of live enzymes, full of vitamins, full of everything, and they need our Juice Plus. They really, really do. And luckily, it's just fruits and vegetables and berries, juiced, slowly dried so they don't lose the nutrients, and obviously then put into capsule shakes or chewies, bars, soups, and everything. So I hope my stories inspired you with my dad. I hope you'll be encouraged to keep building a team. And how many people could we help, I've helped, as I say, a small number of people, but over 1,000. Lots of you on this call have helped the same over time. I just know I've made a difference in lots of people's lives with a few £100s extra to a few thousand extra a month, plus good health. So I hope it's been useful. Coughing now for talking too much. I'll take myself off mute, everybody.